Hey, what's up, y'all? Hold on, let me take the sunnies off. I want to thank you, Eye to Eye, for checking out Sway's Universe. And I appreciate it. We got so many videos we want you to see, so push that notification button for me. Do it now and enjoy the video. Peace.
This is Sway. Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Don't shake your body.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out your eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, two-time world champion, one-time Pan American Games world champion, multiple weight division champion, ladies and gentlemen, representing Flint, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Claressa Shields. Yo, Claressa.
Yes.
We couldn't even hear you. We was cheering so loud for you. We couldn't even hear you. How you been?
I've been good. I've been great, actually.
You've been awesome. I got a chance to watch your last fight. Watch the TKO round 5 against a fighter that's only lost one time in her career in a total of
No, she was undefeated.
Oh, she was undefeated. Oh, you're the one time she's lost.
Yeah.
She was. I'm sorry, my bad. Damn, they already updated her information. She never had lost in 78 fights.
No, in the amateurs, well, her pro record was 16-0 with 9 knockouts.
And 9 knockouts. Wow. And you who is that, Claressa?
That's my nephew. He come off and you knocked that girl out. He's still excited about the fight. But I'm serious.
Yeah, put him on the mic. Tell him to say it on the. Tell him put it on the phone. I want to hear him say that.
Come on. Hey, you knocked that girl out. Go ahead. Say it.
Knocked that girl out like that.
Claressa Shields, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it was such an amazing fight from the point that the bell rang. You just went into the center ring and just threw a haymaker. And I've seen your fights before, and you kind of take it to them early, right? Was you at least at least a little bit leery about this person who was undefeated, or was that just always the game plan?
Well, you know what? I believe in taking people confidence, and I believe in taking it early because you let them get a little bit of confidence. Say it. But then you can take off. Because if they get some confidence, they can take off on you. And it's like you want to take that confidence, take their heart, and let them know I'm not to be messed with first round. So they know, okay, I'm in here with somebody who actually knows how to fight, who punches hard and is fast. So I like to get that respect early, though.
I was quite impressed that not only was she throwing you throwing haymakers, she was throwing haymakers. Like this fight, interesting enough, I watch all boxing, so I don't discriminate against women boxers or male boxers. But y'all were throwing some really hard punches and fast combinations. Did she ever sting you at any point? Did she hurt you?
No, she never hurt me. She I wanted to go out there and see how strong she was. But she just I think when I took her heart from her, she just wouldn't punch anymore. From the fights that I seen, she would take it to girls early. Like she was strong. She wasn't fast, but she believed in her strength. Like she had a good one too, but she just wouldn't throw it on me.
Yeah. I think your skill level superseded hers. And this is really interesting, Rich and crew, because when I read all of your accolades, Claressa, I feel like your name should be a bigger name in boxing. Why do you think that isn't?
Think that is not?
That is not.
Well, you know what? Women's boxing was in the Olympics for the first time, 2012, and that's when I won my first Olympics. And then, again for the second time in 2016. And I think that women's boxing kind of died out, after Layla Ali, after Ann Wolf. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done just when they come to the sport as a whole, being put on TV, equal pay. And I don't think that it's not because I'm not a great fighter that I'm not bigger than what I am. I think that it's because women's boxing as a whole hasn't been over to get the respect that we deserve in the sport. And I think now, with me having 2 Olympic gold medals, being 77 wins and 1 loss in the amateurs, that I'm able to show them that women's boxing have good fighters.
Yeah. And you knocking other women out. That helps a lot too there, Claressa, you know.
Hey, Claressa, this is DB. You had a fight back in March, you had a fight back in June, and then you just fought this past Friday. How long are you planning on keeping up this, fighting this regularly throughout the year? Because most people, they just do one fight per year.
Oh, see, I'm young. I'm 22 years old. I'm used to fighting 5 times in 1 week from when I was in the amateur. So those fights came back to back just because of timing and opportunities that we were offered. But could you get him?
Yeah, I can hear him, but it's all right. He's made the whole interview. It's cool. Go ahead.
Man, I wonder he keep following me everywhere.
Oh, he loves you. You knocked that girl out.
But I forgot what was that with the question.
You're used to that fighting schedule. What's your next fight? Do you have something on board already that you guys are in the works with?
No, I think. Well, I just had 2 of my fights back to back, so I told him at least give me a month or 2 off, and then we'll get back to the next one.
Okay.
So probably like November, December, but it just depends on, once again, what's the opportunities. You know, I've been able to fight on Showtime twice, and I'm the only woman to ever fight the main event on Showtime and be on premium cable. So we just want to keep reaching higher and higher heights.
Okay.
Congratulations on that Showtime thing. This is Rich Nice. I want to ask you, because you're very aggressive in your style. What's your sparring like? Are you sparring against men? Are you sparring against people twice your weight? What's your sparring technique like?
I spar against men who are fairly my size. If they're not my size, they're fairly about 10 pounds, 5 pounds smaller. Getting ready for this 10-round fight, because I was ready to go to war for that belt. I was sparring 4 rounds with one guy, 3 guys, and then 3 rounds with the others to make it build up to the 10 rounds. So I had 4 different sparring partners, and they were fresh. And when we got in, so I would be the only one who stay in. So I would go 4 rounds. Then he would switch my sparring partner to another guy who was fresh. He'd come in, and I'd do 3 with him, and he'd be fresh. And men do not take it easy on me.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, are they punching you full throttle?
I wish you could come down and watch. Because my promoter came down when he had first watched me train, and he was like, you do this all the time? I'm like, I don't know when the last time I sparred against a female. Wow. Except Cris Cyborg, which was like when I was off. I wasn't even in camp. It was after my last fight. But other than that, I don't really spar against females.
Well, see, that raises an interesting question, because I was going to ask you about Cris Cyborg, who I've been posting her. She had a series going on leading up to her last UFC fight. When you see Floyd Mayweather and McGregor going at it, say what you will, but it is bringing a lot of attention to the UFC, even though it's probably the fastest growing. We just heard fastest growing sport there is right now in the country. Would you consider fighting a Cris Cyborg if they wanted it, or Ronda Rousey as a boxer in the boxing ring?
Of course, because I'll run the world when it comes to boxing, But would I go over to MMA? No. I'm definitely not. If they wanted to come to boxing, I will for sure do it. Me and Cris Cyborg are actually really, really good friends, but I know that she's tough and she's fast and she hits hard. But as far as in boxing goes, she still needs some work in that area, but she's definitely one of the best MMA female fighters that I have seen.
Okay, we got Claressa Shields. She's the WBC IBF super middleweight title holder.
Claressa, this is Tracy. Since you're bringing female boxing to such a popular space, and which is amazing, by the way, and ultimately there's going to be a lot more women who are interested. If you were to hear from a girl who said, yo, I'm down to do this, but a small part of me is insecure that men will look at me as too aggressive and I'll scare them away, what would be the advice you'd give?
Did you hear that, or did he scream over a question?
He screamed over a question.
Okay. What advice would you give women athletes who are intimidating the men?
Oh, you know what? The world is changing, and I learned from Serena Williams that, you can be a strong woman and you can be strong, and you can be, dominant. So I try to tell people, don't look at us for what we are inside the ring, but for what we are outside the ring. Outside the ring, I'm a sweetheart. I'm nice. I don't go around just fighting people. But when it like comes to boxing, that's what I have to do. I just try to tell people like, don't be afraid to be different because I'm not. You know, it's like it just comes with the territory, and men do be intimidated. But it's like we have to keep working toward it so they can, you know, get used to it. Like get used to that women boxing the ring, and that some of us are tougher than men. Get used to it.
That's what's
Get
up.
used to that we can be, you know, mean. Get used to not, you know, when you see a female, you can look at her and say, oh, she's pretty, but her muscles are bigger than mine. You got to get used to it.
Get used to
That's
that.
all. But
Do you date right now?
do I what?
Are you dating?
Yes. I have a wonderful boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
We have been together 2 months and some change. He's like my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And he was at the fight. And even with that, he's 5'10", 200 pounds.
Oh,
And, you know, he's stocked. He's built really, really nice, very, very strong. And he accepts me for when I box, accepts me for when I'm not boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me feel okay because I always was like, how can somebody accept, you know, me being as nice as I am outside the ring, but then in the ring, I'm just a totally different person.
That's what's up. Can you whoop his ass, you think? You don't
if
have
we were able to put on some gloves, maybe, but I don't think he would hit me back, though. He's such a sweetheart.
All right, you know what? I'm going to take one or two calls. We got Devontae on the line. Deontay from Michigan. What up?
Yeah, Deontay. I'm from Flint, Michigan.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just calling in to congratulate Claressa. I'm also from Flint, Michigan. I never met her. I'm like 10 years older, but I used to train over at Bird's Boxing on Saginaw, so I know how difficult it is. And me and my wife was watching the fight live, and she just totally dominated. We kept rewinding the fight. My mama, she was texting me, like, she won the 5th round. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I was watching it. And
all right, well, thanks for your call, man.
Proud fade to black.
You know why I wanted to have Claressa on today? Claressa, I wanted to have you on because you came on our show a couple of years ago, and I was thinking even after you left. And I remember I had you, I don't know if you remember this, but I feel like I had you punch my hand. You remember that? Claressa?
I just remember you talking about Lil Wayne.
Yeah, we were talking about Wayne at that time, but this athlete right here, Claressa Shields, just like we admire different athletes, whether it's a LeBron James or whether it's a Floyd Mayweather, if you will, or whether it's a Tom Brady, she is that for women's boxing, you know, and it's time for the country and even your team, Claressa, to really get the word out about what it is you have accomplished. I know a lot about your backstory. I know you face a lot of adversity. You've been through a lot of challenges with you, your family, even growing up in Flint. Kelly Kincaid is from Flint. You know, so I know you've gone through a lot. So to accomplish what you've accomplished, I'm really proud of you, number one, and we should celebrate you as an American and continue success to you, okay, Claressa?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. And give out your social media so the citizens can hit you up directly. Citizens, I want everybody to support this young lady.
Yes.
22 years old, out of Flint. You know they water is dirty, so support her.
Right.
Go ahead. What's your social media?
Oh, man.
The water got lead in it, but we getting this fixed.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Sway.
it is. Nobody talks about the pipes no
They
more.
don't. They like it went away.
Go ahead, Claressa.
Well, my social media is at Claressa Shields, CLARESSA Shields, and everything of mine has the blue check mark.
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Certified.
When you come out here, come by the show, okay? And then we'll try to come down there. I want to see you train. All right?
Yeah, of course. I went back in the gym for about a month, though. So, yeah, we'll be planning for sometime next month.
Super middleweight champion of the world. Give it up for Claressa Shields, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Thank you, Claressa.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shea 45.